Hi everyone, come on in. Welcome to another day in the office of the Armenian National Committee of Australia. There are so many faces behind the scenes that help to advocate for the causes that interest you, the Armenian Australian community. But none of those faces are as valuable than the young boys and the girls that come into this office each day to contribute and to do their part, not because they need to, but because they genuinely want to. So the ANC prides itself on its open door policy, whether that's through volunteering opportunities or through internships with the office. And this is regardless of gender, skill set or age. It's just anyone that's interested in advancing the causes of the Armenian Australian community. So today I'm here to introduce you to the lovely boys and girls who are all politically motivated, who are trailblazers and who are going to change this world for the better. And if you don't believe me that a group of 18 to 20-something-year-olds are here advocating for your causes, pushing for the truth within the public space each and every day, then hear it from them themselves.
So I was here helping out at the ANC office when New South Wales recognised Artsakh, and that's a moment I'm never going to forget.
Today, I will move that this House notes that the actions of Azerbaijan towards the Republic of Armenia, as well as the Republic of Artsakh, and their blatant disregard of international law by recently breaking their ceasefire agreement. Notes the serious concerns that have been raised from Armenian Australians regarding the existential threat to the indigenous Armenian population of the Republic of Artsakh by this military action. Condemns the actions of President Erdogan of Turkey and President Aliyev of Azerbaijan in their pursuit of a policy of pan-Turkish nationalism that has previously led to genocide, which now threatens the Armenian population of Artsakh with ethnic cleansing. Calls on the federal government to condemn these attacks and advocate their support for the safety and security of the republics of Armenia and of Artsakh. Recognise the right to self-determination of all peoples, including those of the Republic of Artsakh, and calls on the federal government to also recognise the Republic of Artsakh as the only permanent solution to the conflict, to avoid further attempts of such military aggression.
Earlier this year, I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to go down to Canberra with the team to launch the Joint Justice Initiative with the Greek and Assyrian communities, lobbying for genocide awareness. Meeting with individual members of Parliament made me realise how important it is to have my voice heard and how powerful we are as individuals and as a team.
We're in our nation's Parliament today, not as one, but as three community organisations, what we are calling the Joint Justice Initiative, with the message for our federal parliament, for our federal government, that it is time. There is no other word for it, and our communities have come together today to say we will not accept any other word for it.
I love coming to the ANC-AU office as it's a comfortable place where we can go and discuss our ideas about the Armenian cause and the best ways to advocate for those causes. This is why I'll be attending the 2020 Youth Advocates Program.
Earlier this year, we had the pleasure of having ANC-AU and the New Zealand team attend an event in Parliament with the keynote speaker being a Grammy Award-winning artist, Serj Tankian.
And yet the government of New Zealand and Parliament have still not taken the step to stand on the right side of history by formally recognizing the genocide. Instead, we have been kowtowing to a brutal despot embodied by the President of Turkey, Erdogan, who not only denies the genocide perpetrated by their forefathers, but also imprisons innocents by the thousands, blocks freedom of speech, and has even used footage of New Zealand's worst terrorist attack last year for his campaign rallies.
I've been helping out in the ANC-AU office, predominantly working on content creation, which involves advocacy and educating the wider Australian audience on what's currently unfolding in Artsakh. Really loved helping out. There's so many jobs to do, but they're all equally relevant as each other.
As an AYF member, the Armenian issues have always been a major concern to me, and that's why I attended the 2019 Youth Advocates Program, and I'm always helping out the ANC wherever I can.
You might see our advocacy initiatives neatly packaged in a small 500-word press release, but there is so much more work that goes on behind the scenes, all done by the incredible people in this room. And they do so because they believe in a greater Armenian nation. And you know what? Speaking of, I think one of the biggest contributors is actually not here at the moment. So let's go look for him. Where's Hike? You know what? They actually do this all the time. And I never get invited to their jam sessions. Apparently I don't sound as great as them, but you know, debatable. Hi, what are you doing out here?
I'm just meditating, escaping some of that millennial energy that's going on in there.
Look, the millennial energy in there is fighting the Armenian cause.
Yes, no, I congratulate them.
So while we're on it, I want you to introduce the scholarship opportunities that we have here at the ANC.
Of course. So when we launched the ANC-AU internship program, we decided to invite some of our community's sponsors, our partners, to participate in scholarships that would encourage political activism from our community's youth. And the Kortian family, to honour their late father and husband, donated a generous $10,000 a year, which helps us place young Armenian Australians in the offices of politicians, in think tanks and media, and it's just a phenomenal program.
I think you definitely have to invest in the political futures and public futures of the young Armenian Australian community members. That being said, they also have to be motivated to do so, and we have a young, motivated, politically minded individual inside, Siranush, so we'll go find her. Let's go in.
Sure.
I've got a few questions for you.
Thank you. I'm the recipient of the 2019 Hagop Kortian Scholarship. As a part of the scholarship, I undertook 3 months of frontline work experience in the office of Federal Member of Makela, Jason Felinsky, who also chairs the Parliament House Standing Committee on Tax and Revenue. After that experience, I've been spending time in the office of the Armenian National Committee of Australia, where I feel like I've really been part of the defence of the Armenian cause. Participating in lobbying and activism has really strengthened my inner bond with Armenians and allowed me to represent issues that really matter to me and the hidden voices of our community. I also took part of the 2019 ANC-AU Youth Advocates Program before applying to the Hagop Kortian Scholarship, and that experience really cemented my desire to continue to contribute. The 2-day program felt like a practical crash course in advocacy.
I was lucky enough to be a participant of the 2018 and 2019 Youth Advocates Program, and it was both an honour and a privilege to be surrounded by such youthful Armenian activists. To learn directly from experienced lobbyists such as Haig and Vace, as well as participate in mock political advocacy, and to learn and practice the art of lobbying and debate is invaluable as the torch of Armenian advocacy is passed from generation to generation. It was a result of this unforgettable experience that made me decide to apply for the administrator role at the Armenian National Committee of Australia. Everyone who sits in our office, like you've seen, knows that we're just one big family. We share the laughs and the smiles in times of joy, but we also stand with each other in difficult and adverse times. But no matter what Turkey and Erdogan or Azerbaijan and Aliyev throw at us, whether it be drones, mercenaries, or even genocide, we will never stop advocating for our brothers and sisters and our people across the country and the world.
Galston College is a vibrant hub and a nurturing environment for Armenian students, and ANC-AU continues to work with the college in different means. Since 2018, Year 7, 8 and 9 students have the opportunity to take part in a program called the Galston Government Program, where they have the chance to develop their skills such as persuasive communication and teamwork while learning about Australian politics. Alongside some of my classmates in my senior high school year, I took the opportunity to come into the office and see what it's really like to be there for one day and get a taste. It started with 1 day and became a 6-month internship, and now here I am in the office helping the ANC-AU team.
I remember my time as a student at Galston College when Haig and the ANC-AU team came to visit. We held a mock parliamentary debate. I also remember when me and a bunch of other students came to help out at the office for a day. This is what first drove my desire to come and intern here. I enjoy interning at the Armenian National Committee because I think it's the best way I can represent my community. I think it's the best way I can advocate for my community. And I think it's the best way to ensure our elected representatives know of our issues and can raise them fairly in all levels of government. Without the Armenian National Committee, the Armenian diaspora would not have a public affairs representative. And without the Armenian National Committee of Australia, the Armenian diaspora would not have a way to raise its issues with our elected representatives.
So all this outreach that we do, what's the ultimate goal?
Well, a colleague of mine and yours in ANC in America, Elizabeth Chuljan, once said, when we knock on the doors of political leaders, we also want the person opening the door on the other side to be Armenian. And that is the ultimate goal. We want such a politically engaged community that we are embedded in the political system, because it is so important to Armenia's survival that its global community is as politically engaged as possible. And we're fortunate to live in a state with role models. I mean, we have Gladys Berejiklian, who is the Premier of this state. We need more Gladyses. You know, we have had in the past federal parliamentarian Joe Hockey, a current federal parliamentarian Tim Wilson, all of Armenian origin. Sasun Grigorian was an advisor to a Premier of New South Wales, also an Armenian. These role models are people that we want our young people to look up to, so we have more of these people in the future. They have always served us well, and they will continue to serve us well. Our goal with outreach is to create those opportunities, and we are fortunate. You know, people who are in your position, starting working in the ANC office, are now onto different challenges in their lives. I mean, Alex Galitsky is heading communications for ANC out of California. We have Olivia embarking on a corporate career, and I'm sure her experiences here have helped her achieve whatever she's going to be achieving in the future. And Michael Kolokosyan, well, you know, he's working as an advisor now in Dr. Hugh McDermott's office, and this is the journey that we're trying to map up for our young people.
I was an administrator at the Armenian National Committee of Australia for 2 years, and now I'm working with Dr. Hugh McDermott, the State Member for Prospect at Parliament House. It was the encouragement of those around me, the board and my work colleagues, that guided me into this role. By advocating for the recognition of the Armenian genocide, Artsakh and our community interests, it helped me decipher what I value both morally and ethically, and shaped my political values today. I can confidently say that if it wasn't for the Armenian National Committee of Australia, their support and guidance, I wouldn't have found my interest in politics and be where I am today.
With these young and dedicated individuals fighting the good fight for our brothers and sisters in Armenia and for our Armenian Australian community, there is no doubt that we will win. Hallelujah!